Now, your Stormwatch 9 forecast.
Two systems we're tracking for the first half of the work week. One of them bringing light snow to New Hampshire tonight, creating a slick evening commute. Another one about 24 hours from now into very early Wednesday morning. But as the temperatures gradually turn milder, this next one, not all snow. Likely some wintry mix for a time, especially in the southern part of the state, into the pre-dawn hours of Wednesday. All right, the snow falling in Manchester very lightly at this point, and just some spot dustings on the ground right now. So travel in and around the Queen City gradually becoming slower and more slippery in the next couple of hours. It's a very light and fluffy snow, 19 degrees in Manchester. It does fluff up, especially underneath some of these steadier bands. One of them coming right through the Milford, Amherst area back into the Monadnock region. Higher elevations along 202 could see the snow start to really pile up here on the order of about 1 to 3 inches in this part of the state. That extends northward along Route 10 through Gilsum into the Lake Sunapee region. Claremont as well seeing some steady light snow at this point. Bit of a break in the Western Lakes region and right along 89 and Route 4, but you can see the light snow now filling in over Carroll County toward Ossipee, Tuftonboro, and points north through the Mount Washington Valley. This is a very quick moving clipper system that brings a good 6-7 hours of some light snow. Notice the back edge already moving in west of Albany, New York. That will swing through our area around midnight tonight. But between now and then, times of steady light snow continue, and that means travel all night long likely to be slick. This should exit the coastline shortly after midnight. Tomorrow morning's drive into work and school features no problems, other than you'll need a few extra minutes to shovel out the driveway, brush off the car. A general 1 to 2 inch snowfall expected for many, even slightly lower totals possible in parts of the Lakes region down to about Concord, somewhat higher totals possible in higher elevations of the Monadnock region. Temperatures tonight, teens to around 20, so still quite chilly, but not as cold on Tuesday. We nudge closer to the freezing mark tomorrow afternoon. There likely will be some breaks of sun in the morning, but overall it's a mostly cloudy day. And then late tomorrow evening after the commute hours is when the next system could bring a second round of some light snow. What happens is temperatures down at the surface stay pretty close to 32 degrees, but aloft they get a little bit milder, and that changes the snow over to some light sleet and freezing rain from Concord on south. That creates an additional thin glaze of ice that could make the roads quite slippery for the early part of Wednesday morning's commute, but things quickly winding down during the mid-morning hours of Wednesday, say outside of a spot snow shower over central and northern New Hampshire. This one could bring a couple inches of snow, especially for areas north and west of the Lakes region. It's a slushy inch or two from Concord to Rochester, even less than that in the lower Merrimack Valley. But keep in mind, any sleet and freezing rain would create that glaze of ice that makes things a bit extra slick out there. Finally, the cold air retreating later on this week as some milder air will start to move in. That means temperatures not only get above freezing, but we could have multiple days in the 40s. Thursday looks great with some sunshine, though not perfect heading into the weekend as it still looks quite active. But this time around, those systems, guys, bringing way more rain than wintry weather. Not a long-lived January thaw, but I mean 40s, that's going to feel nice given how cold it's been lately.
We'll take a brief one.
Yeah,
and
that'd
some
be
melting.
fine.